Right, honey. I think that's me done for the day. Not a bad day's work if I do say so myself. I've made good headway with that front porch. Almost done, actually. I went ahead and removed those rotten boards, swapped them out for some fresh ones, and treated them. I've applied 2 coats there, so I'll let that dry overnight, and I'll apply a 3rd coat in the morning. I went ahead and checked under the supports as well whilst I was there. Just wanted to make sure the mould hadn't spread. It seems to be that the structure's fine, it's purely superficial, so you'll have your nice, relaxing nights back out on the front porch in no time, I promise. I also went ahead and recocked that shower whilst you were out. Dug out the old stuff and put in some new sealant. Hopefully that'll put an end to that damp spot that was starting to form. I know you said it wasn't a pressing issue, but I figured I might as well get it done whilst I'm here. Besides, the old caulking was starting to shrink and go a bit discoloured. It's always better to nip this stuff in the bud, get it replaced before any damp builds up behind the tiles. It's always easier and cheaper to prevent any build-up than it is to fix it. I'm your hero now, am I? Well, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just a man trying his damnedest to keep his house afloat. To make sure that his darling partner has somewhere safe and warm and dry and pretty looking to call home. But I will accept the title with great thanks. However, if you are giving me the title of hero, and I'm, as you know, not very well read in the stories of heroes and all that fantasy stuff, you being the expert, I have to ask, once the hero has come back from his valiant quest and returns to the beautiful royal to whom he has served, isn't he entitled to some kind of reward? Interesting. Very interesting. And do I get a say in the reward that the hero gets? Or is it up to the royal to decide? You already have something in mind, do you? Well, colour me interested. And what, pray tell, do you have for me? Dinner? Oh, no, you know that I will never turn down a meal, especially not if it's your cooking. And what am I having for dinner tonight then, darling? You are spoiling me something fierce, you are. You know I love your steak pie. Oh, it's almost as good as it is back home. In fact, actually, last time we went, I would say it was better. Yours was a country mile better. My sister was livid, absolutely beside herself that you'd beaten her. Oh, well, you've spoiled me rotten. I am beside myself. However, if, say for example, the hero completed a side quest, I think you call it. If the hero completed a wee extra job on the side, could he perhaps get an additional reward? Maybe one that he has a little bit of input in? It depends on the quest. Well, I assure you, this was a very daring and dangerous quest. In fact, actually, it's about to spawn a whole new sub-series of quests. I took a look at that window upstairs in the spare bedroom, the one with the damp patch forming just underneath the sill. It seems that unfortunately I was right. That entire wooden frame on the outside is just completely rotten. I dangled myself out the window and put a few coats of this fiberglass sealant that I've got around it. It should hopefully keep the wood from rotting any more, but I mean, as I was applying it with a brush, it was just the brush was going straight through the wood. It's completely rotten. It'll have to be replaced. In all honesty, all the windows need redone. It was just opportune timing that we found this damp patch when we did. Och aye. I'll head down to the hardware store tomorrow, grab a few bits of wood and see if I can't reinforce that frame. It should do until I can get a quote for some windows. I know a guy at work, he apparently does windows on the side. Apparently he gives quite good mates rates, friends and family discounts if you know him. I'll take him out for a few beers on Wednesday, see if I can soften him up before I ask for a quote. We should get quite a good deal if we ask him to do the downstairs and upstairs together. Bulk buy-in plus a mate rate if you get me. But aye, that's looking like the next big DIY project around here. Ugh, darling, you don't have to thank me. I know it was my day off and all, but I am more than happy to do this for you, for us. I mean, we would be a fortune on contractors and workmen to do this stuff. I know the stuff, I know the skills, I was taught it as a wee bairn back in Scotland. I might as well put to work what I know. Save us a little bit of money. Eh? Every penny saved is a penny earned and all that. However, if you are feeling particularly grateful, there was the matter of deciding if this side quest is worth a reward. And if it is, I have the perfect idea. It depends what it is. Oh, you're no fun. Alright then. Well, you've already made me dinner, so if one reward is dinner, then for the second one, how about we discuss dessert? Get my mind out of the gutter? Well, darling, I've just spent the past 4 hours crawling about in them, so that'll be quite hard. You can't blame me for getting a bit dirty. In all honesty though, I am beat. I am shattered. I am stone dead tired. I mean, I figured that today would just include a few hours of poking around on that front porch and then that would be it. But next thing you know, I'm underneath the house checking the structural supports, then I'm up recocking the shower, and then before I know it, I'm dangling out that window trying to apply a coating of that fiberglass sealant to the window frame. Using the proper safety equipment, of course, darling. You know, the brush on a stick never fails. Bit of duct tape, paintbrush, stick, that's you, you're sorted. You are the safest man on the job site. But no matter how tired I am, I've always got room for dessert. Ow! Alright, okay, I'll behave. Well, if that's off the table, then could I perhaps be an awful pain and ask for a massage, at least my shoulders? I've got this awful crick in my neck and my right shoulder is just completely locked up. It's old age, I'm telling you, that's it. At this point, just bury me and find a new husband. Oh, you're too kind. Right, hang on, I'll just get seated then, shall I? Oh, man. Yep, there. Oh, no, that's fine. Oh, it's just this old shoulder, seriously. I threw it out playing rugby as a kid. I figured it would heal, but must have done so funny. Constantly rocks in the socket. Oh, don't worry, darling, you won't break me. I've been through far worse. Besides, you've got magic fingers. Oh, even if it hurts good. Oh, man. Oh. You know, they don't make crawl spaces for Scottish men in this country. They're all tiny. It's like they're built for hobbits. I mean, I'm 6'4", 300 pounds. Trying to fit through that crawl space, it was like being birthed again. Jesus. I don't know how men get anything done in there. I don't know how they build them in the first place. I mean, is child labour still allowed here? Oh, yeah, well, you know I love to complain, darling. In my eyes, nothing's done right in this country. Scotland will always be the best. Well, maybe not the best for steak pie. You do hold that record. Still, I do miss it sometimes. I mean, the way the houses are built here, they're different from back home. It's all newfangled space age materials and like fiberglass and plasterboard. There's not a solid brick wall in any of these houses. It's like one stiff breeze could blow them all over. And the utilities are all weird, and the windows aren't double glazed, and it's just there's just so much different than back home. I mean, back home, I was brought up with brick and mortar in hand, proper old stone houses, heat efficient, double glazed windows. It's different here. Everything was built to last. It wasn't meant to be fancy and good looking, it was meant to be functional and warm, but I suppose here you don't have as much need for warm and functional. You can be a bit more different with your houses. But then, different sometimes does not mean better. I mean, case in point, I've had to go around and give this house a full service. I've replaced almost every part in it. It's like that philosophy thing you were telling me about, replacing boards on a ship. Is it the same ship, or have I practically built as a new one at this point? Ugh, I don't know. Everything's different now, Back when I was younger, it was simpler. It was simpler to get things done. It was simpler to build a house. It was simpler to keep your house together. I mean, even if you didn't know how to do something, you could quite cheaply hire somebody who did. And now it seems like tradesmen are putting their prices up even more. I can't imagine what a family who didn't have a tradesman in it would have to pay to have something fixed like a burst pipe, or, I mean, heaven forbid, any drywall damage or plasterboarding. I mean, hell, I'm even going to try and redo all the electrics in here. Try and get some Gen 6 cables running through this place. And then I'll talk to Peter on the job site and he'll come in and do the plastering, get the coving up. I can't imagine what that would cost. Ugh. Sorry, darling. I know that I do tend to drone on. I worry, No, I know I don't need to worry, but you, me, in this house, it's my world. And it's my hard lot to try and keep this world all held together, which is no easy task in the new build houses of today. I just want everything to be perfect for us, You deserve the best, and I want to give you the best. You already have the best. And here I thought I was a smooth talker. Right. So is that dinner just doing its thing in the slow cooker then? Is it just cooking away? You don't need to do anything else with it? Good. 'Cause I'm going for a shower. And you're coming with me.